What's up, guys? It's your boy JMecha here, coming at you with another deck tech. This is Cruel Ultimatum Control. So, yeah, this deck got like really hyped at the very beginning because Cruel Ultimatum, sickest card ever, right? Because if you're a Grixis fan like me, you love casting this card. This card just blows people off the water. But nobody played in tournaments. It's really weird. I don't know. I think everyone's just really afraid of facing like aggressive decks, especially week one. Week one's like very aggressive meta. So I'm gonna bring it back though. I've been working on it for a little bit. I think it has all the tools that you could have beat aggro while just staying a good control deck. So let's just get into it. First, we'll start with the mana base. 26 lands. Sadly, Modern Masters 3 didn't bring us Crumbling Necropolis, so we're playing a bunch of Vivids, 10 Vivids to be exact, 4 blue Vivids, 3 of each of the red and blacks. And then we've got 8 islands, 6 swamps, 2 mountains. I'm not sure if that's really correct. I feel like I want another island over the swamp, or even the mountain. No, I think I want 2 mountains. Because basically the blue-black deck splash red. But the red cards are like super key, one of them being Cruel Ultimatum, others being other things to see in a second. But yeah, it's more of like a blue-black deck. Or I would say more of like I've kind of made it more of like a tap-out style control deck. Very few counterspells main deck. I just kind of want to like deal with the board early. Like, 1-for-1 my opponent, and then slowly get card advantage back from card draw. And then boom, smack him with a Cruel. That's just basically how I win the games. So let's just go down the curve. 1s and 2s, Dead Weight and Ultimate Price serve as the early removal spell. Both are just kind of situational in a way. Dead Weight is obviously smaller creatures. Ultimate Price can kill a lot of things, but there are like various gold cards. This thing can't even kill like a Rakdos Cackler. That's how like sad it is sometimes. And it can't even kill artifact creatures, but there's not really many around. But it's what we have, really. The only card I would consider maybe like Nameless Inversion or Last Grasp, anything like that. But I like Ultimate Price. It's pretty good. Other 2s, Anticipate, just need some card draw. And I'm playing main deck Negates. There's actually more spells I want to negate versus things like Power Sink or Memory Lapse. I'd rather just like get stuff just like out. And Negate's pretty good. Like, just hard counters like stuff like a Hymn if you're on the play. Underworld Connections. This is really annoying non-creature spells. It's never dead. I don't think it's ever super dead unless you're playing it's like a all-out creature deck. No. But I don't think it's ever really dead in any matchup. Going to the 3s, Compulsive Research, another card drawing engine. It's pretty good. We have so many lands, so I'm always discarding a land with this. Forbid, another little piece of counter magic. I only have 2 really. Like I said, I'm really light on counter magic. Once you get to the point where you're kind of like casting Cruels and bringing them back, Forbid's basically like the hard lock. It's like a seal. It's like, I've got Cruel down, and then I'm going to draw this Forbid, and now you can be out of the game, because I've just drawn 3 cards Cruel. So Forbid's pretty good here. License Integration, my really hard to cast Murder, but I do have a couple of artifacts in my deck, so the 3 damage just kind of add up a little bit. This probably should just be Murder, but, I kind of forgot Murder was legal till about, I don't know, like a day ago, and I saw this version, I'm like, oh, cool, it's like a Terminate, but just more expensive and kind of cool. But, I think it's fine. Like, you kind of need to kill your opponent at some point, so it just kind of helps out. Familiar, like I said in the last video, I love this guy. I think this guy is so good. And he kind of just bridges the gap between, like, the early game and the late game. So it kind of like keeps you alive for a little bit, blocks something, and then just like replaces itself. That's all I want. I just need to stall. This guy just does it. Factor Fiction, just another way to get card advantage. Just always get you at least 2 cards, if not 3, depending on the split. It's just a good card overall. Like, I would not want to play a deck like this without 4 of these. Going to the 5s, Far Away, great split card. Bad on summon or bad Tribute to Hunger, but once you fuse it, it's like, it's just a good 2 for 1. It's pretty good. I like it. Is it Chronarch, one of the other red cards in the deck? It's kind of the way you kind of like loop Cruel's ultimatums. Like, once you get to that end game part, you can probably bring it back with the Cruel if you discarded it somehow, or after you cast a Cruel, just cast this guy and you get 1 back. He's like I said, it's just kind of like the way to kind of like loop the cruels, and you know we got a ton of like different things we can get back, like another disintegration, another draw spell, things like that. Going to the sixes and kind of the kill condition. We already saw cruel. It is one of the kill conditions, and these are kind of the other ones. Deadeye Navigator, super hard to kill thing. We kind of notice the other creatures. We only have 8 creatures in our deck, but all the creatures have some sort of enter the battlefield effect. So if you kind of, like I said, if you like loop like Deadeye and Filigree Familiar, you just can't gain 2 life a turn, and you're just never gonna die really. Deadeye is a Chronicon, gets you a card every turn, or Deadeye and this other guy, Triskelion, is about 3 damage a turn. So I was looking for like good creatures that enter battlefield effects. I also in this slot could be like Skeletal Vampire or like Whirler Rogue, weird little things. Like I had like Aether Snipe for a little bit, but I like Triskelion. It's good. It's easy on the mana. Obviously, it's colorless, and you know, just paying things would be pretty good. And like I said, it's just best with you have a Deadeye Navigator. So every two mana, you get to do 3 damage, and that's a good way to just like close out the game really quickly. Moving on to the sideboard, just kind of like things that kind of shore up some matches. Extra negates and counter fluxes for more control matches where we're kind of dead. Extra Filigree Familiar, extra ultimate price, just for shore up the aggro matches, as well as like dead weight and flaying tendrils. Nature's Ruin for the green decks that don't really exist right now. I mean, there are a couple, but it's just there's a lot of like with Penny Dreadful. There's a lot of really just like hard color hoses. This is one of the better ones. So I'm gonna play this. And more aside, just for the combo decks, the meta is still a bit broad, so my sideboard is a bit broad. I really don't have much of a way of like graded removal because I think I could beat this graveyard decks with negates. And you're probably kind of wondering, where's the Living Lore? Why are you not playing Living Lore? That was like the big thing to start. Well, first off, 2 reasons. One, Living Lore is bugged right now. If you're not aware of the bug at this moment, at the moment of recording this video, if you let's say you have like a far away in your graveyard, and you exile Living Lore, it actually doubles the cost of the CMC. So right now, the combined CMC of far away is 5. But if you exile with Living Lore, somehow you get a 10/10. It's just really strange. The second reason I'm not playing Living Lore is that I just don't like the card. I think it's a really easy way to get yourself 2 for 1. Black is a very popular color right now, so it's a lot of ultimate prices, edict effects, whatever. I just don't see it ever connecting, really. And with the other graveyard decks, like I'm sure like graveyard removal is kind of like bigger right now, or at least should be. But I just don't like the card. I'd rather just play like a tap out style control deck and just kind of like mitigate the board, trying to like stay alive so I can start casting cruels and chaining them. But yeah, that's the deck. I played a little bit, so I've gotten my feel of it. I've had a lot of different cards have come in and out of this deck, but this is like the build that I'm kind of settled with for now. So you know, let's get some games in. Let's see what happens.